Welcome back to the channel, basketball fans. You know, they say Father Time is undefeated. They say every dynasty must fall and every king must eventually give up his crown. Well, last night, LeBron James looked Father Time dead in the eye and said, "Not today." In what might go down as one of the most iconic games of his entire career, in the year 2026, the king reminded everyone why his throne is still very much occupied. The stage was set, a high-stakes showdown, the kind of game that gets etched into NBA history. The narrative was already written by the critics. LeBron, at this point in his 23rd season, was a step too slow, his legendary powers finally fading. The younger generation was here, faster, more athletic, ready to take over. But someone forgot to give LeBron the script. From the opening tip, there was a different look in his eye. A focus, an intensity that we've seen before, usually right before he does something impossible. And impossible is exactly what he delivered. A staggering 47 points, 14 rebounds, 12 assists. A triple-double for the ages, achieved not through easy buckets, but through sheer force of will. He wasn't just playing basketball. He was conducting a symphony of dominance. And every single person in that arena, and the millions watching worldwide, were his audience. We saw the full arsenal. The freight train drives to the rim that still seem to defy physics. The no-look passes that thread needles through defenses. And the step-back threes that just rip the heart out of the opposing team. Let's break down how this masterpiece unfolded. The first half was a feeling-out process. LeBron was methodical, distributing the ball, getting his teammates involved, and taking what the defense gave him. He was patient, almost deceptively so. He ended the half with a solid but not spectacular 15 points. You could almost hear the doubters whispering, "See, he's managing his energy. He can't take over anymore." Oh, how wrong they were. The third quarter is where the rumbling started. He began to attack more aggressively, drawing fouls, getting to the line. You could sense a shift in the game's momentum. The lead, which had been back and forth, started to lean in his team's favor, all orchestrated by his veteran savvy. But it was the fourth quarter. My goodness, the fourth quarter was a cinematic experience. With the game on the line, tied up, 6 minutes left on the clock, LeBron decided it was his time. It was a complete and utter takeover. He scored 18 straight points for his team. 18. It was a relentless assault. He hit a contested three over a double team. He had a chase-down block that looked like it was ripped straight out of 2016, a play that completely demoralized the opposition. Then, on the next possession, he drove the lane, absorbed contact from a player nearly half his age, and finished with an and one scream that echoed through the entire building. It wasn't just about scoring, it was about breaking their spirit. Every time the young stars on the other side made a tough shot, LeBron came right back and made a tougher one. He refused to lose. He simply would not let his team be defeated. This performance was so much more than just numbers on a stat sheet. It was a direct answer to every article, every podcast, every debate show that questioned his place in the game in 2026. It was a message. While the new generation is undeniably talented, there's a difference between talent and greatness. There's a difference between a star and an icon. LeBron James last night showed that his basketball IQ, his understanding of the game's biggest moments, is a weapon that no amount of youthful athleticism can counter. He sees the game in a way others simply don't. He anticipates plays before they happen, manipulating the defense like a grandmaster moving chess pieces. It's that mental edge combined with his unparalleled physical conditioning that allows for nights like this. And how about that post-game interview? It's already gone viral, and for good reason. He wasn't arrogant, he wasn't boastful, he was defiant. When asked how he continues to play at this level, he just smiled and said, "They talk a lot about my age. I prefer to talk about my mileage. And there's still plenty of gas left in the tank. I love this game too much to give anything less than everything I have." That quote right there perfectly encapsulates his mindset. He's not just playing out the string, he's on a mission. So what does this mean for the rest of the season? The question everyone is asking now is, can he do it again? Can he lead this team to another championship? Is a fifth ring, maybe even a sixth, a realistic possibility? Before last night, many would have said no. They would have said the competition is too deep, the season too long. But after watching that performance, you have to believe. You have to wonder if we're witnessing the start of one of the most improbable and legendary championship runs in sports history. He has the experience, he has the team's belief, and as he just proved, he still has the god-tier talent to take over a game whenever he chooses. The league is officially on notice. The king is not ready to abdicate his throne. In fact, he might just be settling in more comfortably. We're going to be analyzing every angle of this historic game for days to come. The film breakdowns, the player matchups, the tactical adjustments that led to this explosion. What an absolute privilege it is to still be watching LeBron James compete at the peak of his powers this deep into his career. It's a testament to his dedication, his discipline, and his undying love for the game of basketball. We are all witnesses. Thanks so much for tuning in. What did you think of LeBron's incredible night? Is this the start of a final championship push? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And if you love all things NBA and don't want to miss any more legendary moments, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We'll see you in the next video.